8:33 in the morning, 20 degrees. It's Ryan and Johnny waking up your Thursday. Expecting a top of 25 today with 30% chance of showers, most likely in the afternoon and evening. Ryan, we were talking before about gullibleness.
Gullibility.
Yeah, gullible. Is that the word, Benny?
I think that's, yeah.
Okay,
that's
good.
a good
Yeah,
word.
yeah,
It's a good word
we've
to
had
use.
it confirmed. And I don't reckon I'm gullible. I just reckon that I trust people. When someone says something, I feel rude.
Especially if it's a boss.
Yeah, well, just anyone really. Like, if someone I respect, if they say something, I feel rude to call them out on it, no matter how ridiculous it might be.
Yeah.
I might be thinking it. I might be thinking this is rubbish, but I'm too polite to say it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I went round to the retreat, Beaconsfield, where the boys live.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A few of our mates who've just acquired, I guess, two female roommates.
Two people
right?
have moved in, to their
lovely
new
girls.
house.
Met them, had great. There was one whose name was Anna. Okay,
Right.
and I was telling her about the most delicious burger I've had in Melbourne from
Right.
Rocket Burger. I believe I mentioned this last
week. I believe you did.
Rocket Burger in Melbourne, off Flinders, right? And
Do you want to do their slogan as well?
it's not rocket science to make a good
Didn't
burger.
realise you knew the
I've
slogan.
had their burgers. They're
They're not bad.
Oh,
If Rocket Burger is listening, get in contact with them.
Bring us some burgers.
We've just given you some free advertising, so
That's
some
all right.
burgers would be
You're
lovely.
welcome.
Sorry, back to Anna and the burger story.
So this Anna girl, I told her about the Rocket Burger, and she goes, "Why do they call it Rocket Burger?" And I'm thinking in my head, this is a stupid question.
It's just the name of a shop.
I'm just like, oh, it's just the name of a shop. It's just like, are there rockets there? And like at this point, I'm like, well, you're taking the piss, aren't you? Right.
Right.
So I turn around and say, yes, there are rockets. They put rocket fuel in the drink, and if you buy the meal...
So you've gone from like, I don't know who this person is, to I'm just going to go the most sarcastic route
Right,
possible.
because she's asking these, what I thought were quite silly questions, so I'm just like, right, she's pulling my leg, so I'm going to pull her leg.
Yeah.
So I go, if you get the meal and a half combo or whatever, I didn't even know what that is. Meal and a half combo? What is that?
It's a thing.
You get a trip to the moon.
Okay.
Right? And she turns and goes, really? Right? And
did you stop and just kind of go, I've done something bad?
Anna is sitting on my left. The other housemate is sitting on my right.
You don't remember her name, do you?
I don't remember her name.
Oh.
Anna's name sticks out because of this incident. Okay?
Yeah.
So she goes, do they? And I'm like, right. So I turn to the other housemate and I'm like doing a back and forth. I'm like, is she serious?
Is she legit right now?
And the housemate's like laughing her ass off. Giggling. She's
yeah.
like, yeah, no, this is what she's really like. I'm like, she can't seriously believe that.
So she has no concept of sarcasm.
Well, it was sort of like a limbo for me because I couldn't tell now
Which one's joking?
which one's joking.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
I
I
can
was
see the
definitely
issue.
joking, but is she playing along by agreeing with me?
Is this
or is
the ruse that you've fallen for? Or
Does
is
she genuinely think that you can
she
go
a
to the moon
bit of a spud?
on $15?
Go to the moon.
Richard Branson probably can set you
And
up.
apparently she did. And I love that because that shows innocence to me.
And you're not the only one that has
And I'm
this
not the only one
gullibility
who
problem,
believes
I
that
think Ben
the
said.
general manager of a shop would also put roadkill in the workplace fridge.
Do you guys have any stories? Just putting you on the spot a bit about gullibility.
I think I once told this guy we used to go to Lawn for life saving, and there's a skate bowl there.
Yeah.
And we wanted to see how gullible this guy was,
Yeah.
because everyone was saying he was really gullible. So we'd said that one year the skate bowl got blocked up and filled up with a bit of water.
Right.
And we put some fire sticks around the edges and threw 2-minute noodle sachets in there and made soup.
And he bought it?
It was just like, oh yeah, cool. He didn't question it.
It could happen, I suppose. Yeah. That's a bit of a weird
See,
one.
that's the thing, especially if you're new on the block, if you've just met someone, especially, this is where I struggle.
If you're new at school or something,
Right,
you've
and they
probably
start,
gone through this.
and they start pulling your leg.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kick up a fuss and be like, nah, you're joking, you know, because I feel quite rude when I do that.
Oh yeah, it's similar to that. If someone you're mid conversation and a bit of spit lands on your face from them, and
That's
you sit there
right.
and you're like, well, this
you
is
both
awkward.
know it's happened.
And
you don't acknowledge
don't
it.
acknowledge it because it's rude. Oh, it's not rude. It's more embarrassing for the spitter rather than the spittee.
Well, yeah, you and me as the spitter, we just cut through immediately.
Yeah, so-
if I spit on someone accidentally, I'm just going to say it.
Which reminds me of a time back in our TAFE days, going back a few years now.
This must stick out.
I was driving us home, probably early from a class, and I turned to do the old, the look over the shoulder.
Oh, yeah, I haven't
And,
forgotten this either.
Put my hand on his chair and turned my head to see what's behind me to reverse out of the car park. And as I did that, I got one of those freak sudden sneezes. Came out of nowhere, hit Johnny square in the face. And
yum.
I've stopped, put it into park, and I've gone, oh no.
I think you actually turned off the car.
I think I might have. I was in A, shame, B, I was embarrassed as all hell, and C, I couldn't stop apologising.
Right, because you did that thing where you put your hand on the back of the passenger headrest and look.
And
right?
to turn and look, yeah.
And I didn't know what you were doing, so I thought you were going to say something quite important to
So
me.
yeah, you turned to
So
me.
I turn around and our faces are like this, and then all of a sudden I just cop it.
About 2 foot away from each other,
Just
I think.
cop it in the face.
Yeah,
Like
that was shocking, and to this day I still feel a bit guilty.
Wasn't
about
even
that.
mad. I thought it was hysterical, to be
I
honest.
think you even said you were doing the right thing to check for the safety of the car and the passengers, so I can't be mad, but I'm a little bit disappointed.
It's not like you turn around and say, "Hey, Johnny, pull my finger." Okay, no.